So Mulder goes 1-0 up. 1 vote for Mulder over Scully. Thanks for who voted. Hey, Cindy. Probably Cindy then. Oh, hey, Piper. How's it going? Okay, well, Cindy, there's a poll there, Mulder or Scully, if you want to vote. I'm okay. Pretty good. Plugging along. No, it's actually season 2, Cindy. I was surprised because for some reason I remembered this one being a bit later than that. I saw Piper. Well, I'm not allowed to vote for some reason, but if I was, I would vote for Scully. But there you have it. I think the test is then, first of all, the Scully centric episodes tend to be better than the Mulder centric ones. And also, I think if it's Mulder without Scully, I think there's just something missing. Which I guess you could say either way, but, you know. Oh, I love Mulder. I love both of them. I mean, I enjoy Mulder for a lot of his dialogue and the comedy, and I think in some ways I relate to him more, but, you know, I just think overall Scully is the better character. I think for what a progressive female character she is for the time. Cindy still hasn't voted. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely a favourite of mine. I didn't say it was great. I didn't say it wasn't great, Cindy. It's their dynamic, which obviously is a big part of making the show great. So if one of them was like a weak character, it wouldn't work as well. So he's clearly great, but just as a preference, I prefer Scully. Okay, sorry, Cindy, you have voted. 2 votes now. Yeah, for some reason, I just would have thought you would have preferred Scully, Cindy. For some reason. Okay. Oh, and Piper Camilla's from California. Just to let you know, because you were asking the other week. I got it out of her. For some reason, I thought Florida. Are you going to watch with us as well, Piper? It's on Disney Plus, if you've got that. If you don't have the DVDs. Oh, California. Wow. Small world, I guess. Oh, so I watched the new horror on Amazon, the Bloomhouse one with Barbara Hershey tonight. The Manor. Gonna do a quick review later. Are you watching with us, Piper? Yeah. Yeah, the ending's a bit random and um but yeah, I definitely recommend checking it out. The ending definitely goes places. Okay. Okay. So probably not then. Okay. Alright. Well, we'll make a start then. So 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I liked it a fair bit. I wouldn't say it was perfect. There were things wrong with it. Hmm. The ending was interesting, wasn't it? I certainly didn't expect it to go that way. It goes a bit crazy though at the end. Yeah, it's Bulldog, isn't it? And you know what? This is just what I imagine these dreary PTA meetings are like. I checked today, Cindy, about is there any Gilmore Girls Halloween style episodes? There's one apparently. Which is very loose, but it does sort of feature a Halloween type party. The irony being that apparently Rory is born in October, so it's sort of amazing they didn't have more. I think there's enough of a link from what I read about the write-up to include it. Oh yeah, there's there's comedy nicknames for the writers for some reason. All producers. Well, I guess that put a spanner in their works of getting lucky. I like a good woodland setting for the X-Files. Jerry Stevens or his friends ever witnessed participating in witchcraft? No. I guess this is quite ahead of its time. Them sort of talking about heavy metal music being linked to satanic cults. Because I think that was more later in the 90s where it became more of a thing. The end of the title says "In America." I'm surprised you people overlooked it. I'm sorry, I gotta apologize here. You're right. I admit we're a little rattled here. That's why I called the FBI. This may involve a deeper conspiracy. See, I grew up around here. Ever since I was a kid, I heard stories. This is a weird area. It has a strange air.
that I could chalk up to imagination. Until today. I'll have my staff start checking libraries for you, Agent Scully.
I like this guy, the local sheriff.
Theories like that are where I can't take him seriously.
The homicide did have a ceremonial presentation, the manner in which the body was displayed.
I got the impression you didn't believe him either.
I didn't want on the site is already clearly aggravated imagination. There's a weird feel to this place. Maybe there's some truth to those rumors.
I think he incited your imagination. I think this case is nothing more than a murderer taking advantage of local folklore. I mean, there's nothing odd about it.
Frogs! Frogs! What the what? I love their reaction.
Mulder, toads just fell from the sky.
You said parachutes didn't know. You were saying something about this place not feeling odd.
National Weather Service says there are tornadoes in northern Massachusetts. The wind probably picked up the animals into the storm.
Witch hunt. The history of the occult in America.
This checked out to the Dave Duran.
Okay, people, may I have your attention, please? Mr. Kingery is out sick today, so I'll be substituting. My name's Mrs. Paddock. I'm going to take a role.
You know there's trouble around the corner when you have a substitute teacher.
Not into that stuff at all, I swear. Jerry was my best friend. Okay, I swear I've never done anything like that.
What made you go to a place you heard was a witch's altar?
You were just trying to get some.
I told you. Why did you take the book?
Because they don't know a thing about witchcraft, and we wanted to make it sound good. I never thought
You never thought what?
that it would work. If you didn't kill Jerry Stevens, why did you run away from us in the classroom? I'm scared, man. Of us? Of it. That ceremony. I'm afraid we called up some devil or something. One of you killed Jerry Stevens. Who? He was displayed according to the rites of Azazel. Who else would know about the ritual? We stopped doing this because I was out there. We were supposed to have a mass. No one else showed, so I left. It wasn't any of us. Something is here. A presence amongst us. Angry, I can feel it. You're letting him go? There's no evidence to warrant an arrest.
They never leave evidence.
We heard how Jerry Stevens was killed. In a cult ritual. They've reached into our area from the outside. Say it again. Those three kids are obviously under a cult influence.
They reach into our children. Music, television, books.
Prey on children's innocence.
The FBI recently concluded a 7-year study and found little or no evidence of the existence of occult conspiracies.
And J. Edgar Hoover never admitted to the existence of the mafia.
Look, if the number of murders attributed to occult conspiracies were true, it would mean thousands of people killing tens of thousands of people a year without evidence, without being exposed.
The teachers are a little too desperate, aren't they, to pin it on someone?
Finally, you people understand what we're up against. Our investigation is ongoing.
Sort of stands out.
Mulder, this is mass hysteria. And our presence here routine homicide only gives validity to their fears of occult murders.
For what?
What's wrong with it?
It's going down the drain counterclockwise. Coriolis force in the northern hemisphere dictates that it should go down clockwise.
That isn't possible.
Something is here, Scully. Something is making these things possible.
If I ever see the water go down that way in my sink, I'm gonna freak out.
I heard on the grapevine about what happened, and, well, I know how hard it is to talk to adults sometimes, even though you feel like you want to. Well, because you're young adults. What I'm trying to say is, if you feel like talking, I'm here to listen, okay? Thank you. Hang in there.
Then again, it might be different in the UK, I don't know.
Your records indicate a high incidence of students complaining of depression, headaches, eating disorders.
This is high school. It's normal for students to display abnormal behavior.
I'm assuming you're familiar with the early indications of repressed memory.
Just because a student has a headache doesn't mean he's repressing memory.
In your counseling, you found no evidence of any past ritual abuse.
None.
Would it be possible for me to speak to any of the students who've had chronic complaints?
That would be a betrayal of the doctor-patient relationship. Sorry.
The volume of student complaints seems pretty quick to dismiss my concerns.
Maybe there's nothing here.
Who's hiding something?
Look at this. I found this on the internet. The discovery yesterday of a mutilated teenage boy in the forest has police officials distressed about the possibility of a conspiratorial organization of dark forces.
Where's that pulled from? Local paper?
The Jew is known to remove organs and sacrifice teens in their religious ceremonies. It's taken from Volkische Beobachter, a Nazi newspaper in 1934. The rumors are the same, but the blanks have been filled in with whoever must be feared or persecuted at the time. In this case, it's a cultist.
I really have to practice saying that before I get to the review of this one.
They do not cast harmful spells. They don't worship Satan. Even the Church of Satan has mass murder and torture. Their influence here wouldn't account for the frogs, the water draining backwards, or most importantly, the murder.
And what if not witches and not?
For the final examination, one half of your grade will be based on a diagram of dissected pig embryo. Of course, these are actually hog embryos belonging to the owner of the archaeodactyl creatures with hooves. Be sure to remove the heart and lungs and draw a diagram of each. Be neat. Extra credit will be given for dissecting the heart. You have until the end of the period.
She's really enjoying this far too much.
I'll cut it open. You do the heart. Okay. I've had this happen before. Some kids just have trouble dissecting things.
Shannon, I'm trying to reach your father and get him to take you up.
No.
I'm sure he'll Shannon, you're remembering.
Tell me what you remember.
The actress playing Shannon is amazing.
Jim was very on the PTC.
She's a teacher. Well, was a teacher. My real dad, he ran away. And my mom met Jim at some seminar or something. And they got married. My sister and I moved up here when I was about 4. She was about 2.
Again, I'm sure that's like an American thing too, because,
We took a field trip.
well, I certainly didn't do it in school. Not that sort of thing. And I've never really heard of it being done in UK schools.
Jim took me in his car near there, and he ran me in the back seat. He told me that if I ever told anybody that he would hurt me, as he touched me, I would pretend like I was out of my body. Deep in the ocean, down with the fish, in the dark water. Somehow, I don't know, I managed to block out all these things, but lately it's all been, I'm remembering, the other.
I could be wrong, but
Yeah. Men and women, they would come to the house normal when my mom was away, and they would take me down to the basement. It was really dark. It was like painted red with a dirt floor. They would wear these robes, black and red, and they would sing and they would chant, and then they would tie me and my sister up. These men and women, they would make us do things. They called me a reader. They would get me pregnant, and then they would kill the baby. I've had 3 children, and they're all buried in the cellar. One night, Jim murdered my sister for a sacrifice. She was only 8 years old. He told everybody that she died in an accident. Today brought it all back. Clearly enough for yesterday.
Imagine if what you said is true.
Why don't we just wait and see what her parents have to say?
the direction and acting in that scene is just first class.
Where's she at? They told me you were bringing her home.
She wanted to remain with friends, and under the circumstances, we thought it best.
Circumstances. Why wouldn't you let her come home?
Someone or something has obviously put these things into her mind.
Mrs. Osprey, perhaps you'd like a glass of water?
Sure.
Mrs. Osprey, your daughter has not accused you of any involvement in these activities. Do you have any idea why Shannon might have said these things?
Jim and I have been having marriage problems lately. We're committed to working them out. Maybe we haven't been paying enough attention to Shannon. She and I we don't get along. We fight. you ever known
Could
she
be.
wanted to get pregnant?
I mean, either that or maybe home.
How could you possibly believe such? Have you ever had another child? Good girl. Teresa. Stud. At 8 years old? 8 weeks. Great death.
Did you do it? I would kill anyone who did the things to her that she claims. Very Christian time. Thou, God of vengeance, shine forth. Even the devil can quote scripture to fit his needs. How dare you get out of our house! As far as I know, you put those ideas in my daughter's head. Now get out.
Mulder sure knows how to push Bulldog's buttons, doesn't he?
You may be one.
Are you sure you're up to this, Shannon? I heard about what you said.
I'll be okay. I don't want to miss the final.
I'll be in my office. Maybe you worry with your jewelry when you're losing some pieces.
I think this episode has just about everything that makes the X-Files great. And it all works within the episode. It doesn't feel like out of place. It sort of has moments of well-placed humour. To add to the darker stuff. Good sort of solid, like grounded drama, but also really fantastical stuff as well.
I heard a chair crash when I came running out of the office. Did you see anybody leaving the room? Did you hear the door open? I lock the doors after school when I'm alone. I get afraid.
She's very convincing, this lady.
Feeling dark angels amongst us. Who wants a sacrifice?
It's been years since we've done that. Exactly. We haven't kept up with it. Are any of you responsible for my daughter? We all are. She was sacrificed for us. It's important. Shannon's death allows us to get rid of the police, the FBI. We can all be blamed on her.
We tell her she had a thing for Jerry Stevens. She killed him out of jealousy.
She cut out his eyes because she couldn't stand to have him look at another girl. His heart because she was heartbroken. When they leave and are gone, we must rekindle our faith rather than lose it.
never imagined she would hurt herself like that. I'm old-fashioned Agent Scully. I can't bring myself to believe that children are capable of such things as they released in. She wanted me to hold that for her.
Yeah, I guess. Also, I guess it's just the fact that she obviously started talking to Mulder and Scully.
Her office has a faint odor of incense.
He said this to block the smell from my life.
It's also used in black mass rituals.
Well, I've got to admit there are some oddities to her story.
I mean, oddities.
Well, the man she replaced has taken 2 sick days in a 15-year career. The morning of Jerry Stevens' murder, Mr. Kingery developed necrotizing fasciitis.
Flesh-eating bacteria? It's very rare.
I know. And when I questioned the other staff members about Mrs. Paddock's background, no one could even recall hiring her.
She's given you the evil eyes, Scully.
I'm sure that Mrs. Paddock's arrival and the teacher's sickness is just a coincidence. And the fact that no one could recall hiring her, it's a bureaucratic
I
oversight.
have a feeling this is something we both should get caught up in. I'm going to get a search warrant for the Osprey house until they're staying with friends. You check deeper to Mrs. Paddock.
Oh, definitely. One of my favourite lines of the whole show is coming up. I wonder if you can remember which one, Cindy. Okay. I love 90s computers. Well, it's in the scene with Mulder and Bulldog when
My religion. My family.
he reveals to Mulder what's going on.
7 generations. They fled persecution from people being persecuted. All in the name of religion.
I can't remember the exact line. It's something like Mulder says to him, surely you didn't expect to call, surely something like you can't call the devil up and expect it to play nice or something.
Man is nothing but an animal. No better, no worse than those that walk on 4 legs. And although I believed our faith kept us powerful in the community, wealthy, good health, I came to see hypocrisy in the others. In me. When they told me to blame my dead daughter for Jerry Stevens' death, my reaction, I was sick. That they would vilify an innocent, someone I loved, just to protect themselves. And
This guy has issues.
Better than the animal. That my previous beliefs were responsible for her no longer being with us. And that it was time to talk to you.
Yeah, something like, did you really expect to call the devil up and expect it to behave or something like that?
Never sexually. The rituals. The blood of the young is considered very powerful. We'd include them in the ceremonies. Against their will. Too young to be trusted not to talk, but we never physically hurt them. We slip over the ancient rituals that we didn't want to do.
Like drinking grape juice instead of wine at communion. What about Shannon's memories?
Post hypnotic suggestion that repressed their memories. When they came of age, 18, 21, then they were made aware of the religion and brought it to its practice. When she recalled the past events, she must have mixed up reality with that crap that's on Geraldo in the tabloids.
Did the others kill Jerry Stevens? Shannon?
No.
But you are responsible. You knew the possibilities contained in your beliefs no matter how watered down. Did you really think you could call up the devil and ask him to behave?
Yeah. So even in that scene, which in theory is sort of quite a serious scene, there's still these sort of sharp moments of humour, like the Geraldo line.
Yeah. Scully? Got an emergency. Placing him under arrest. Be back for later.
Oh, it's snake time. I bet Dr. Fraser Crane sent that snake as revenge for all the pranks pulled on him.
Scully?
Oh, what's wrong?
You called me. You said you were in trouble.
No, I didn't touch the phone.
Speaking of that, I watched the 30 Rock episode with Kelsey Grammer in yesterday. It's pretty good.
I checked on Mrs. Pennock's back then. I don't think she's at home.
tracks in the dirt. From a snake.
That's impossible. It would take a large python hours to consume and weeks to digest a human being.
We do watch the Learning Channel.
That snake had a feeding frenzy.
Snakes, man.
There's a python in Pennick's room.
Sheriff Oaks called me. Jim Osbury is dead. He was talking to the FBI.
Did they kill him?
You know who killed him. Osbury was no believer. He had no real faith, no devotion. He was punished for his doubts. We have to act. And the same will happen to us. If it's not already too late.
I have to assume Jim told them who we are.
Possibly.
Mulder knows. We'll make the offering of one more meal.
They're here.
These teachers are whacked.
The keys. They were in my pocket.
Mrs. Brown was taking towers. There are things about them I learned. I was telling you, I think they killed him.
We know about that.
That's right. It's all they know. Stay still. I'll be back.
I guess that's the perfect cover though, Cindy. I mean, that's always the question in these things, isn't it? Why don't, with all this power, why don't they use it for something more? But, you know. Oh, did he just steal chair Mulder? Whoa. Or metal chair? He's been watching some WWF, obviously.
It is already too late.
I guess not even Mulder and Scully can beat the devil, right? Pardon. Such a great ending as well. Ah, quit whinging, Cindy. It's pretty obvious in different regions you're going to get different speeds. I guess, but that's like the only reason I can think of, because like even if we start exactly on 0 each, it still seems to work out that way. I mean, part of it is just because we're not starting exactly in sync. Because even if I'm counting down and say go, chances are one of us is going to go after the other one. I guess pretty much. Well, not just that, but just the fact that, you know, their actions, I guess, risk like exposing the whole thing. Okay, still 2-0 to Mulder. I guess that's the way it's going to end. He. You're assuming the devil is a he, Cindy. That's a bit sexist. Well, I mean, yeah, they did summon the devil, but as Mulder said in that classic line, you know, you can't really expect that sort of being to like do exactly what you want it to do. Oh, okay. Very good. I see where you went with that. I mean, it's definitely shaky. It's definitely ambiguous what exactly happened and why. But I think that's another strength of the episode. But I sort of get the gist of what happened. Okay, so I've ended the poll. So yeah, straightforward. There you go. Mulder, 100%, 2 votes. Okay. Okay. That's good watch. Good watch. And I should be back tomorrow night. I can't promise it. So I might do the Gilmore Girls one tomorrow. I might do it along with a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror one. Be quite a nice double feature. Okay. Well, would it be? See, I forget the okay. Alright. And yeah. Yeah, I'll just do the one from the episode then. Did you really think you can summon the devil and expect him to play nice? Or behave? No, I'll do it again, sorry. There are so many. I mean, I enjoy. There's one in like one of these religious cult episodes where he just says, "For a religious man, you sure know how to piss people off." That's a good one. Um, there's this one I can't remember like the exact line or context, but it's like an episode where someone's like been frozen, like frozen to death or something, and he just says something about like Frosty the Snowman or something. It's like in a season 4 episode. And there's this good one where they're taking like something like human flesh or something, and it's in a medical thing. And oh yeah. And he says it'll make a good paper weight or something. And another similar one where he sort of says, let's have a slice to go. And it's one of these where it's like someone's flesh or something. Okay, I'll just sign off with the one from this episode. I've already done it really, but I'll look up other ones for future ones. But did you really think you could summon the devil and expect him to behave? See you later.